Early access code to The Sims 4 My First Pet Stuff was provided by Electronic Arts. The Sims 4 My First Pet Stuff. I know. There's been a very mixed reaction to this stuff pack. It is one of the first which relies on another expansion pack. So you basically need to have The Sims 4 cats and dogs to get all of the content in this pack. So if you have cats and dogs, you're in for a treat potentially. But if you don't, then you won't be able to take advantage of everything you're paying for in this pack. But let's dig in and see whether it's worth your money, of course. With Create a Sim, you actually don't get that much, and that's fair enough because it is called My First Pet Stuff and you're expecting things for pets. You do get this really creepy hamster outfit. Yeah, I know. For more feminine Sims, you do get a variety of different hairstyles, whereas for masculine you only get one, and kids get none at all. These are okay, they're nothing unique, but I do like the last one, which I'm showing you right now. That is probably one of my favourites in this pack. And then you also get one top as well for masculine and feminine Sims. When looking at kids, you do get 5 different tops, but essentially these are all the same one with a different logo slapped on the front, which is a shame. There's just nothing that makes me say wow about them. However, the onesie you get is adorable. Now this is where the reliance on cats and dogs comes in, so yeah, please help me out here. You get a variety of new outfits for your dog and cat, and also 3 new hats as well. And for cats as well, you get a few new items, and one of those are honestly adorable. It is a bumblebee outfit, and it's so cute. But to be honest with you, considering it is a pet-themed stuff pack, and there is a reliance on cats and dogs, I was expecting more items in Create a Sim. So that moves us on to build mode, where things actually start to get a bit better for this stuff pack. There are 3 new stylized rooms, and I love these. They are 3 new themed bedrooms for kids in the game. They're vibrant, they're colourful, and they have some really neat objects in them. They are of course pet themed, and again, some of the objects they have in them, and actually the overall objects in this pack, some you may not actually be able to use unless you've got the cats and dogs expansion. They will purely be a decorative object within your game. So keep that in mind with that, so you won't be able to use all of the objects. But actually thinking about the rooms, you can see already how vibrant they are and how very different they are. There's quite like a neutral one, followed by a more feminine, more pinky one, and then also one which is just very warm and colourful, which I honestly is one of my new favourite rooms for kids in the game. So you can see how all of them are very pet themed, they've got pet objects throughout them, and this table, which is like a fish tank table, is phenomenal. If you want that object, honestly, you need this pack. It's so cool. I'm literally mind blown by it. You can see in all the other ones as well, they're different themes, different colours, and it really fits very well with this. And they are all, of course, animal themed to fit with the stuff pack theme itself. In terms of all the objects in the game, you don't actually get loads, and they're all kind of rehashes of other ones. You can see here how there are things such as mats for your pets to sleep on. There are some sofas and decorative items as well, but honestly, the majority of it left me feeling very underwhelmed. It's very niche, a lot of them, and they're very styled to be very kiddie, and if that's not what you're looking for in your game, then this pack may leave you feeling like you want more from it. But I will say, unlike some stuff packs, this does seem to fit within a particular theme and they don't divert from it too much. So well done to them for not getting away from that, because packs such as Cool Kitchen stuff fail to do that. As with all stuff packs, there are new gameplay elements in this pack, and that is the ability to own your own pet, and you can care for them. There's 4 different types, and they all have their own cages to be in, including hamsters and rats, and this weird purple thing, which I'm not sure what it's called, and also a hedgehog. And with that, you can interact with them, you can feed them, you can play with them, and observe them. You can do whatever you want as well. If you're using testing cheats, you can control the animal to a scent just to make it do certain things within the container. There are some funny interactions with this actually, which I did enjoy. and it is quite a cool thing to have in the game, especially when you consider things like the moodlets it can give your Sims, and also the fun ability to actually be able to even release the animal into the wild. It's just a really nice thing for your kids to have in the game as their first pet, or your adult Sims if they don't want something like a cat or a dog. This also brings back one of the mysterious animal deaths from The Sims 1 as well, so definitely keep an eye out for that in the pack, as it's really nice to see that return from a nostalgic perspective. So yes, your Sims can die. However, it just feels like this should have been in the Cats and Dogs expansion pack to make it a complete pets pack. I can't understand why this wasn't included within that pack or considered for it. I appreciate the teams are separate, but as I keep playing this, I just really feel like this is something missing from that game. So in a nutshell, that is The Sims 4 My First Pet stuff. And honestly, and I think you can probably tell throughout my review, it leaves a lot to be desired. I am not very impressed by this stuff pack. I appreciate some of the things, such as being able to dress at your dogs more, being able to have your first pet for your kids, but it just doesn't belong in a stuff pack like this, and I am personally not a fan of its reliance on another pack as well that not everybody will be able to use. For something like that, maybe we should have a store like we had for The Sims 3, where things like that did happen in the past, but for The Sims 4, this pack is only worth buying if you want this fish tank table. And because of that, I honestly cannot recommend The Sims 4 My First Pet stuff, and hopefully EA will learn from the feedback the community has given.